TV has gone down in the past decade, especially for animation. While there are some saving graces, most cartoons on mainstream television is pure trash, and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon is no exception, with the rise of flash animation and removing all original programming that made them popular in favor of worse shows, which is why I'll be looking at both networks and their side channels or programming blocks. Cartoon Network was the home of Hanna-Barbera, Warner Brothers, and most famously the original cartoons, which half of them were made by Hanna-Barbera. They had a huge variety of shows for anybody to enjoy, from comedy to action anime. But one big problem now with the channel is low variety of shows. After DC Nation was cancelled, every show on the network is comedy, and will turn off a lot of fans from other genres like me. Cartoon Network has also been known for good lineups in the late 90s to early 2000s, but now the programming shown on the network is terrible, showing only Steven Universe, Uncle Grandpa, Clarence, Gumball, and most infamously Teen Titans Go, or as Mr. Enter likes to call it, Toddler Titans Go. They show back-to-back shows over multiple hours, which is bad because repetition is the worst tier of television, and not to mention most of the shows suck dick. Finally, their biggest sin they have ever caused is in their name, Cartoon Network. You should know that this channel should only be airing cartoons, but they have soiled their own name due to live action shows they aired back in 2009 and beyond. Sure, they don't have them anymore, but that doesn't mean we should forget the fact that we did have live action shows on a network called Cartoon Network. Boomerang was started as a side channel for Cartoon Network in April 2000 as a means to air older shows that no longer aired on CN, but that doesn't seem that way anymore. As many of you know, Boomerang rebranded a few months ago to replace the old bumpers from 15 years ago. But this was a horrible change, as many of the older shows don't even air on Boomerang. This channel is now constantly promoting CN and now has real commercials on breaks. The new logo is nothing good because it is just a clone from the current CN logo, and the bumpers are already clones of the Check It 3.0 bumpers, so they already fail with originality. Many of the shows airing also make me hang my head in shame, as Teen Titans Go and Gumball air every day because these shows air new episodes already on CN, so Turner thought we need more of it on Boomerang. The programming like Cartoon Network has back-to-back showings of 4 franchises in 24 hours, with a few classics airing an hour each in the early hours where people are asleep. They stopped airing many Hanna-Barbera shows, only kept airing shows with brand recognition. Unlike Cartoon Network's cartoons, the trademark Nicktoons is still prominent in the animation department, but I feel disgraced if they put trash like Breadwinners and Sanjay and Craig as the same tagline as some of their best shows, and they don't even care if their shows are good or bad, as long as they receive a profit. They really have become big cash cows. Many of the 90s shows are now being obscured from Nickelodeon, the main network itself, and their shows have been isolated from the older ones and they don't follow the same footsteps of their successors. Nickelodeon instead wants to make their shows get better instead of pandering to kids to watch the crap they produce, and many people have compared this to Disney with the attention they try to follow. When Nickelodeon tries to reboot a classic show or movie, they end up tripping on their own shoelaces out the door, with bad adaptations to better properties like Planet Sheen is to Jimmy Neutron, Back in the Barnyard is to the actual Barnyard movie, or the upcoming School of Rock sitcom. And one final comment: SpongeBob and Timmy Turner need to die, holy shit. On a good note though, T-Nick seems to be doing better than Nick itself, because they seem like they really do care about the 90s kids, showing old bumpers and classic moments from the shows like you're seeing right now. But the real problem is with the programming. They air the exact same 3 shows over and over again every single night. Hey Arnold, Rugrats, and Cat Dog. While those shows are great, they need to air more shows from the 90s. Sometimes they will air Rocco or All That rerun, but they really need more variety with their shows. shows. Also, this block does not need to air at midnight to 4 a.m. where most adults who remember the 90s would be sleeping. At least prime time is a better option for the block because most people watch television during nighttime prime time. It does not need to air on a channel that not that many people have. In fact, why the hell doesn't Nickelodeon air the block on their own channel? They need to show younger kids what Nickelodeon actually is instead of a subpar channel that not many people have. I would love to see Rugrats or Rocco air on television because I never watched Nickelodeon from the late 90s because I wasn't born in the 90s and I started watching both Cian and Nick around 2004 or 2005. Okay, in all seriousness, this reason of this rant is to share my opinions about these channels and blocks now, and giving them an honest criticism of what they should change for the better. Both channels have good and bad aspects now and then, but they were the reasons why I loved watching TV as a kid. Ugh, I think I burned off a lot of steam. If you wanna check out the video links that I put in this video and my social media, check the description, and don't forget to subscribe. See ya later, you fucks.
Cartoon Network is. Oh, hey, pretty mama.
Johnny! Oh, the Cartoon Network's got this thing, right? It's called Cartoon Fridays, and we're on it. Hurry up! Okay! These are our shows. Did you miss them? All your favorite cartoons back to back with a new episode every Friday. They're on Fridays at 7 over on Cartoon Network. Give them a look-see.
Somebody's coming!
We'll see you over there.
Hey!
Oh, dear.
Cartoons will go through the competition like a Krabby Patty through plankton! You think you can rattle us with your rehashed cartoons of yesteryear?
It's the one and only Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg!